Okay, I'm with Nick Illingsworth of the Saints Trust. Thanks for coming today, Nick. This is Valley Rams TV, incidentally, the most famous TV show on the internet. Perhaps you can tell us one or two of the benefits of the Saints Trust and what you've managed to achieve at Southampton so far.
Well, the benefits of the Saints Trust are alongside the aims that you're aiming to achieve, is to give supporters representation in the short term, to gather the supporters together, get them involved with the community, with the overall long-term aim of getting a seat on the board and a solid fan representation in the boardroom. That's what we're working to and have been for the last couple of years at the Saints Trust, and we're a little way along the road, and hopefully you'll soon be up there with us.
Very decent-sized club, Southampton. What sort of membership has the Saints Trust got at the moment?
We've got membership at the moment of 1,000. I mean, the problem is with trusts, you're always governed by how the team is doing. The plus side for a Cardiff fan at the moment is that you're in the Cup semi-final, and hopefully for you, you'll be at Wembley in the FA Cup final. But that won't bode well in a lot of respects for the trust, because people flock to trusts and supporters groups when times are bad and not when they're good. We've worked hard over the last few years through some bad times, but sadly it's at a time when Southampton supporters have got a little bit of apathy towards the club, which is wrong, and we're having to work to change that.
Can I ask you just a separate issue away from the main body? This Ted Bates statue, what was the story there?
That was done by an organisation called the Ted Bates Trust, and what happened was a sculptor was commissioned to build it. Now, unfortunately, no one bothered to take a look at the statue before it was put together, and people saw bits and pieces of it, and it all looked very nice. But when it was all put together, the arms were too long, the legs were too short, and the head was out of proportion. Apart from that, it looked good. I believe the original one was sold to the Jimmy Cranky statue in Scotland.
But what sort of dialogue have you actually got now with the Saints Trust and the current board? Do you have any dialogue at all, or are you still working towards that?
We've had lots of dialogue with the club, and the club have helped us a great deal. And the clubs maybe do it sometimes through gritted teeth, but when you stand up and say, we're the Supporters Trust, can you help us? They might not want to help you, but they have to be seen to help you. Now, we're working towards getting a fully elected director on the board. But bear in mind, we have had 3 different boards within the last year, and we're just about to have a 4th. All the same people, but it's just a lot of shuffling and power struggle. But we go in. We go to a board meeting once a month within their football club board meeting, and we represent the fans in that at the end of the meeting in a spot. No voting rights, though. No.
And talking in practical terms, how many members does the Saints Trust Committee actually have?
We've got about 10 at the moment. And what we're trying to do, and this is what I said in my piece, you've got to get your 10 board members who are committed, and then this trick is to get another 10 to 20 who are willing to do little bits here and there, and that's what we're aiming to do. So we've got 10 board members and probably about another 6-7 at the moment who aren't on the board but will help us.
And for those who've got no idea, can you give us some basic idea of the amount of that an annual membership of the Saints Trust costs?
We charge £10, and what we're trying to do is we've built into that now membership benefits programme where people get discounts, etc. at various companies around the city, but we feel £10 is a reasonable amount. We looked at it that the Saints Football Club has 28 million shares at the moment at roughly 40p a share. If every supporter who goes to St Mary's, which is 22,000 at the moment, join the Saints Trust, that would equate to about 3% of the shareholding. We could buy 3% of the shareholding. It's simple if everyone does it, but that's the trick, getting everyone to do it.
Okay, and now the most important question of the day, what's the score going to be this afternoon?
Well, hopefully, I'm hoping for a Saints win, obviously, and a Cardiff for the Cup final. And if they're playing Pompey, I'll be learning Welsh.
Cheers, Nick. Thanks.
Cheers, thanks. Dave.